Hi, good morning guys. Right, I had a little bit of a delivery, so I wondered if perhaps you would like to see what I've got, and I'll set it up and then show you a little bit later on as well. Okay, bought myself a new 3U flight case. And I've got to be honest, I've only had plastic ones in the past, and I'm a bit naive over these because I didn't realise how heavy it was. So bear that in mind, please. I mean, it really is a heavy old bit of kit. So I think it's about 20 keys. So you know, that's before anything in it, so bear that in mind. But it looks very sturdy, so I'll show you how that all goes together, which I have noticed that it's Allen keys to put things in, which is nice, but they don't give you an Allen key. Okay, I've got my replacement driver, so I'm going to fit that. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And I've got a new CD case that's quite a cheap option, but I needed something else. Yellow, well, why? Well, why not? Oh, and I bought myself a little trolley, which I'll show you a little bit more about later on, a flight case trolley. So anyway, let's get this all together, and I'll show you the next bit. Right, this should be fun. Let's see. Now I'm gathering, so a little bit of knowledge is often dangerous. So it's sit back in the speaker there. It's not quite straight, so I'm going to put it on its back. Let's put you back over here. Better. So I'm going to put the speaker on its back. It's a bit rocky because it's designed obviously for also to be used as a monitor. See if we can get these in the right place. It's not that easy to work that out. Right, let's get the first screw in anyway. Like I said, I'm not using electric. Still not that clear exactly where the strange is. Oh, there's a little bit of membrane there. There we go. So I'm going to do this live, so things I found it. So now the first one's in, it takes the pressure off a little bit. I'll just get that in. Now how I always do this is I do it like a car tyre really. I go round and do opposites. I don't know why. I just think you get an even tension all the way around. Be very careful with the screwdriver. You don't want to stick it through your driver. In fact, this screwdriver is not the best. Anyway, you get the gist. I'll show you when I've got them all in. Right, that's all the screws in. You can, so you know what screws look like anyway. I'll just go over the reason why I just put the same type of driver back in. One, it was inexpensive, to be honest with you. Two, it means I didn't have to replace the driver in the other speaker, which to me is important because I just couldn't be bothered. It was pretty straightforward. I know it was push fittings rather than having to solder. I can solder, but it's easier if you don't have to. They were fine. They've worked good for 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. I've had no real problems. The tweeters are good. Initially, inexpensive speaker, not very bassy. I would recommend them, and somebody recommended them to me. It's the 15-inch ABS SoundLab speakers. I would imagine they're very, very good. They're about 300 watts rated as. Very, very good to use as a part of an active crossover setup as your mid and top, because the horn I think is very, very good. And I think this could handle your mid-range, no problem whatsoever. So if you had one or two good woofers, I think really you're sorted. So that's my little recommendation for an inexpensive way of getting going. I'll take this time just to get a bit of the dust out of the areas that you can't normally get to. So a little bit of dusting. Doesn't have to look that wonderful, I'm not that dantic, but the whole point is when you turn up at disco, I don't like, especially if it's a posh wedding, I don't like turning up with a load of rotten old gear that's all chipped and busted and nasty. I don't think it looks very good. I mean, yes, it could show that you're a seasoned DJ. It might also show that you bought a load of crap old stuff. So there's that as well. Anyway, just gently take up a little bit of dust on that. Right, that's good. It should be pretty straightforward. I tell you what I have noticed as well is if you look at other makes, supposedly better makes, the designs are so similar bar a couple of little things. Now that could be in the manufacturing. They say, oh, for example, there's a particular well-known make beginning with C that this is absolutely identical to, except for, I'm not doing a very good job here. Wait a moment. You see the camera go off, you know why. There we go. The only difference is this grill and the recess is already here. Just carries on. That's the only difference, and they're almost double the price. So, you know, you have to be very careful. As I said before, I've worked in previous videos, I've worked in the components industry, and you realise how many things have got the same components in. So, yeah, there is cheap and nasty out there, but there's also cheap and pretty reasonable. So, you know, don't get bogged down in snobbiness about equipment. Anyway, I'm going to put the 4 screws in, I won't show you that, and we'll move on to the next thing. Oh, I would recommend you test it, which I will do at some stage, but you don't need to see that. So, job's done. I just wanted to point out one more thing to look for. And if there is a downside to these speakers, this is it. While they do give you recesses in the top to double them up, which is nice, so you can stand them on top of each other. Oh. When you look at the bottom, now I've had 4 screw-in, they're all like this with little bits that stick out, feet. And one by one, they've broken off without too much heavy wear, to be honest with you. So while, yes, they go on stands anyway, most of the time, it would have been nice. There are the odd occasion when I've done house parties where you just want to stick them somewhere on the floor. So, yeah, that's the one downside. But if you're going to stick them on stands, yeah, definitely recommend the 15-inch SoundLab Professionals ABS speakers, 300 watts, bargain. On to the next thing. Right, so I can't remember what I went over because I've just had a problem with the camera, so we'll go through a little bit again. So if I've repeated myself, I do apologise. What I was going to say is I keep most of my CDs in these type of folders now. I found this size about the best. I've had the bigger ones, the double size ones, but they're a bit unwieldy. So I have about 4 of these. This one has all my nails in. So I lay them out like this. I can see where they are, what they are. They're both here. 54, 55, 56, 57, etc, etc. Little tip, I would say, a little tip is all the giveaway CDs that you get in newspapers, collect them, stick them in one of these. I've got a whole one filled, and I do use it, so I've got the sniffles, bit of hay fever I think, so very unsightly, doing it on camera, but anyway. So yeah, I've seen DJs with tables, as far as the eye can see, you know, wildebeest roaming across the top of them because there's so many. But it's a pain in the neck, to be honest with you, carrying on. I've done that with CDs and singles, boxes of 1,000 singles that I couldn't lift. You know, that's why I sing such a high voice now. So I've got away from that. So, but I've overspilled. So I've got like CDs in boxes, CDs in these things, which is great. So guys, I've got the CDs in. As I said, there's a bit of an experiment, new way of carrying the CDs round. I've got this in expensive yellow. Why yellow? Well, because I could have it in yellow, I suppose. But I'm quite happy with it so far. But the time will tell. I don't know if you've got experience of this sort of product. So I would imagine eventually it'll fall to pieces. But we will see. Anyway, I'm trying to do this one-handedly. Ah, look. We've got the lid on. There we go. Catches. What I didn't want is anything too big and heavy. They do bigger sizes, and I think that's another little DJ tip. Don't go too big. This is 150. They do 100. Let's feel how heavy it is. I just thought they're all going to fall to pieces there. There we go. Ah, not too bad at all. Yeah, easy. And that will slide in the side of the car. No problem.